Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Deniches and today we will continue our Racer review or random SCP review Racer. This is episode number 3, therefore, as usual, let's start with the random number generator. Minimum at 1, maximum at 7,000. So, yeah, because right now there are 7,000 SCPs out there, right? Although it's not really 7,000, but yeah, there's also some like empty spot as well. Therefore, we need to do something, right? We will re-roll if we and if we landed on the empty empty catalog basically. Okay, let's go generate. I will as usual I will keep tapping this and then I will kind of look away for a second and then I will stop it. So one, two, and stop. Okay, so now we are going for SCP number 449 or SCP-449. Okay, let's go to the wiki and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, we are here in the SCP wiki and we are here with SCP-449 over here, which is the cut dust. Okay, that sounds disgusting. I hope there is nothing disgusting over here. And yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. SCP-449 or the cut dust. Okay, let's take a brief look first and see if there's actually a lot of stuff. Apparently not. So okay, there's something over here. There's no image to be found. I guess we will then have to kind of imagine ourselves what this is, right? Okay. Also, we are at SCP-449. It means it is in the first series, right? Basically, which is the first series is basically SCP-1 until 1000, which is considered as series 1, right? Uh, Supposedly everything in SCP series 1 means that it was kind of the earliest batch of SCPs, right? Then maybe this was like one of the oldest SCP out there probably. But yeah, okay, SCP-449 or the God Dust object class Euclid. Okay, so Euclid means we are still not sure what it can do, right? And uh, we're still unsure how to contain this as well. Like, if there's any other potential that this SCP can do, and then that basically our containment probably will fail some point at the future as well, probably, right? Because we don't really know the general behavior of this Euclid type SCP, and yeah, SCP-449. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-449 are to be stored in a standard containment vault outside of testing. Okay, instance containment vault outside. Okay, to minimize additional production, between 3 and 5 kilograms of SCP-449-A will be available for testing in a low-risk chemical storage container. Excess SCP-449-A generated in testing of SCP-449 must be incinerated. Okay, so this is something that can produce something, I guess. Um, to minimize additional production, between 3 and 5 kilo 449A will be available. So what is 449A then? Um, a network of D-class spaced no closer than 1500 kilometers apart are to consume 1 grain of SCP-449-A per day to monitor for use of SCP-449. Uh, no closer than 1500 kilometers. That's very far away, honestly. That's like one end of a country to the other end of a country, potentially. Uh, well, not country, but more like an island or big island, right? Uh, to monitor for use of SCP-449, okay. Someone will have to taste, like consume 449, in far away, right? Um, Should use by parties other than the Foundation be detected, agents are to follow the dragnet procedure outlined in Document 449-5 to locate and confiscate the SCP-449 instance. Description: each instance of SCP-449 is a twisting aluminum cone, okay, loosely resembling a cornucopia. I don't know what that is. It is 40 centimeters long with a mouth approximately 15 centimeters in diameter, weighing slightly more than a kilogram. On the side of it is stamped the word joy. For unknown reasons, all instances tarnish very easily. Alright. What is tarnish? Like degrades, I guess? When squeezed by a human, SCP-449 instances produces SCP-449-A, okay? The user may control the rate of production by thought, ranging from a single grain to about 6 liters per second. SCP-449-A is a clear crystalline substance resembling sand in texture. It may be shaped, crushed, or dissolved in water or alcohol, though not in bodily fluids other than blood. Not in bodily fluids. Okay. It is odorless and tasteless. Eating large quantities of SCP-449-A may cause erosion of tooth enamel, damage to the alimentary lining, and diarrhea or vomiting consistent with the consumption of other abrasive substances. Okay, real quick, why would anyone in the world would actually eat this? Well, I guess it's for research, right? If it's like some kind of maybe this one can be used as healing, or like a test, right, to know if it can heal or cure something, or it can be deadly, right? Which is this is SCP, it can be either of those options, right? um and apparently not this one. This one surely will cause damage, um, you know, is very harmful to human apparently. If consumed in any quantity, it causes the consumer to enter a state of extreme pleasure and euphoria for up to a day, as long as it remains within the digestive tract. This effect is not modulated by dosage and takes effect immediately. SCP-449-A is neither digested nor externally damaged by its passage through the alimentary canal, though when excreted or removed through other means, it no longer exhibits anomalous properties. Alright. Okay. The euphoric effects of SCP-449-A cease immediately if any person within approximately 1300 kilometers has more SCP-449-A by mass within their digestive tract. Okay, so if there is anyone else that eat more than you, then you will be fine. Basically, this is what it says. To date, all individuals SCP-449 instances have been recovered from had gone to extreme lengths to retain the effects of SCP-449-A, including killing at least 4 other users, permanently residing in a boat far away from any population centers, okay, undergoing radical gastric surgery to add an additional estimated 3 cubic meters to their digestive tract. Uh, okay, in almost all cases, um, the SCP-449 users had abandoned activities other than producing and consuming SCP-449-A. To date, 83 instances have been recovered out of an estimated 100. Addendum 449-2. Several SCP-449 instances were accompanied by the following note: Joy from the factory. Any will let you have joy. Interferes within 761 miles. Very unfortunate, regrettable, apologies, etc. 761 miles is 1500 kilometers, right? Because 1 mile is about 2 kilometers, 2 point something kilometers. So yeah, it's about 1500 kilometers basically. Happy way for you to be one to feel joy. Joy, 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 better than joy. As much joy as you like. How much joy to have joy, how much to have sorrow without joy. You cooperate, you defect, you organize, you destroy. You use factory online only provides. Okay. Okay, that's about it. 449. It's kind of short, if you ask me. Okay, so let's review this real quick. So 449 is like a cone, a twisting aluminum cone, right? Um, if had to imagine this, this will look like a joint. Basically, it's 40 centimeters, like, right? So it's a little bit long. Um, like with a mouth approximately 15 centimeters in diameter. Okay, so this kind of doesn't make any sense, right? Like, I mean, it is 40 centimeters. I mean, by that I mean I can't really imagine how this looks, but I will try my best. So it is 40 centimeters. With the mouth, I think the mouth means the circular, the end of the cone, basically like the white end of a cone, right? Because like a cone has like a vertex, right? Like a point, and then it kind of spread out into a cone, right? And I think the mouth means like the base of the cone, which is the circle, or the circular base, basically. So yeah, that's like 15 centimeters, right? Okay, so now 40 centimeters. Okay, I can kind of imagine how big 40 centimeters is. You can kind of touch it, right? So yeah, but the thing is that it says twisting aluminum, right? So what does twisting means? How can you twist a cone, which is the thing that doesn't make sense to me, at least. How do you twist a cone again? Like, do you just squeeze it? I don't know. I mean, this one over here says when squeezed by a human, right? So I can only imagine that this one, the twisting aluminum cone, is kind of squeezable. For however reason, right? Like, yeah, it's squeezed, and then after that, it will excrete, you know, SCP-449A, right? Which is the powder. And here it doesn't explain, it's not explained where it came out of. Does it come out from the mouth, or the base of the cone, or does it come out of the point of the cone, basically, or the top of the cone, right? It doesn't get explained over here, but if you ask me, I think this one will be, well, it can come out from either ends, honestly. Like, um like if you have a pepper grinder, it kind of fall in the bottom, right? So it's probably the base, right? But then again, it can also, like, um come out of the top or the point, like if it has a hole in it as well, right? And then I don't know if the cone itself is hollow, or it is a solid cone, like, um but yeah, it doesn't get mentioned. It's probably hollow, right? Like it's solid, but as well there's like a hollow thing inside, which we cannot see, right? I don't know if they already dissect the cone and see the inside. I don't think so, because it's not. Again, it's not mentioned over here. Then, I just guess it means they haven't done that just yet. They just squeezed it, basically. Um, Again, 40 centimeters and then 50 centimeters for the base or the circular. It's kind of big, honestly. But yeah, whatever, right? And then it will excrete powder, 449A. If consumed, it will give a euphoria sensation, right? But whoever consumed the most will have the euphoria. Meanwhile, the other person that consumed not as much will, not have the euphoria. In fact, they will actually felt all the negative effect, right? Like, the diarrhea, the vomiting, or these, like the erosion of your tooth, and then damage to alimentary lining. I don't even know what alimentary lining means. Like, it's probably your esophagus. I don't know, like your digestive tubes probably, like the channel for your digestive system probably. I don't know, but yeah, um, you know, it means they will get the negative effect, right? I don't know if the one people who actually have euphoria also will feel all this negative effect as well, like here, eating large quantity will cause erosion, right? How about the people that actually eats a lot of them, right? They feel the euphoria as well, right? Maybe this negative effect will come later on once the euphoria effect like renders out, probably. Um, you know, over here as well, if consumed in any quantity, the user will feel pleasure, right? But it's like competitive basically. And this one is probably know who has the most in their system, because here, like, um, the euphoric will cease immediately if it noticed that uh, other person has consumed more, right? So yeah, basically this powder knows, um, like it probably has like some sort of network system, right? Like conscious network system as well. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's from the 449 itself that you know um, will know and then will actually do the euphoria effect. It's probably the 449 itself, not the powder, if you ask me. It's not consuming the powder that gives you the euphoria. It's, if you consume the most, then the 449 itself can actually detect which person has the most concentration of 449A in them, and the 449 will give the euphoria for them, right? While for the other, they just don't get the effect, uh you know other than the negative effect, which is the vomiting and then stuff like that. And then this is apparently joy from the factory as well, right? Over here, the note, it means that there's actually someone out there that is keep producing these instances of 449. But who produced this, we are not sure as well, right? But yeah, I guess that's why this is Euclid object class of SCP, because we're not really sure about their nature, right? But again, if you ask me, I think the problem, the source of this is the 449 itself. The powder is just a tool. It basically will cause anyone to feel euphoria if they consume all the powder of 449, right? Which is, yeah, which kind of makes sense now that if you think about it. It's not the powder that gives you the euphoria, it's the 449 that's mentally or psychologically will give you the euphoria because of that. And that's just my theory. I don't know if the original submission think about that as well. Okay, so this one doesn't really show who actually created this. Then last edited 29 November 2021 anyway, right? So yeah, it doesn't show who created this, and then there's no picture as well. But if you ask me, I guess it's just like a soft aluminum cone, basically like a solid one, but a little bit hollow in the inside. And then, therefore, if you squeeze it, you can kind of feel like something coming out of it, right? Which is the powder. And then, yeah, if you eat it, then you will get detected by 449. 449 will detect someone that is consuming this and will give the euphoria. But like the weakness of that is that it can only affect one person at a time. Therefore, it will detect who has like the trace of the powder the most. And if there is someone, then SCP-449 will then give the effect to that person that has the most effect. But also not to forget, about the negative effect as well that will basically can kill human because it's so dangerous and harmful. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. Um, and yeah, as for now, I guess the the containment procedure is just stored like the previous one as well, because apparently they cannot move by itself, right? Therefore you can just store it somewhere in a in a box, in a locker or something like that, in this case here in a containment vault, right? But yeah, that's about it. Also, I think the Euclid one is because there is still so much instances of 449 out there, right? Out of 100. Like there is only 70 something, right? I think. Or 83 instances, and then it means there is 17 other as well out there, right? That's why it's probably considered as Euclid as well. If all 100 of them got contained, then this will probably become safe after this. But yeah, that's about it. Well, if you ask me again, you can actually trace it, right? If there is someone that is you know, reported to have euphoria and then have the negative effect like diarrhea, vomiting. It means there is an instance of SCP-449 within the 1500 kilometers, right? Therefore, you can actually find where this is, right? Just find the victims, then you can find the SCP. You can trace back to the SCP itself. Yeah, that's how I will hunt for this SCP, for the remaining 17. If I already collect all of these, then I will consider this into safe object class because it's easily stored, right? It's only in the, like the storing or, the containment vault over here. But yeah, that's about it for this Racer random SCP review of SCP-449 or the God Dust. Um, but yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you again in the next episode of Racer. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you so much for watching, and see ya.